What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal SpazPhoenix, the YWC reality check. This video, and I say this a lot, this video should be short. A couple of things just to share with you guys. Nothing major. I'm not reviewing anything. I'm not really, kicking up any new dirt and whatever. I got a lot of really great positive feedback from you guys on my last Cena video. Hopefully it comes across in there somewhere that I'm not bashing Cena the guy, I'm more bashing Cena the character, etc, etc, etc. Anyways, before I move on, couple of shoutouts, couple of thank yous. First shout out goes to all you guys, because this week I clicked over to 350 subs, which I hadn't checked my numbers in a while, and that is fucking fantastic. Thank you to each and every one of you. More specifically, thank you to Kara and Ross, also known as Emo Kitty Cat and Gold Standard 000, for helping me on Wrestling Paradise this week. Alex had to step away. He had some other stuff to take care of. Those two came in as my guest co-hosts. It was a lot of fun. Because we didn't have Alex, there's absolutely no editing, so every single solitary botch is still in there. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Thanks a lot to you guys. Their information will be in the description box below. Preston recently reached 100 subs. Congrats. He's done a lot of great Q&As recently. I know he's done a lot of other topical videos that I haven't really checked out yet, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but I'm going to be on a long bus ride sooner or later, and I will check all of them out. Delexman is another one that has been putting out specifically some great videos in the past week or so, just topical, talking about the main event scene, etc., talking about, all the stuff that's going on with John Cena. Make sure you go check out Delexman, and check out Delexman and me, your typical hosts of Wrestling Paradise on Wrestling Paradise YT. Last one is going to go to John. John, in the last video he did, unless he's done another video since I saw this video, spent about 10 minutes, I think, talking me up, giving me a big plug and a little bit of recognition that way. To you, man, we haven't gotten to work together in a long time, but to you, I say thank you very much. You're still doing a great job at what you do. Everybody, go check out John on his channel, Vocal Aggression. Go check him and Ashton out on TwitWow, etc, etc, etc. But, ladies and gentlemen, for the third time in a row, we have reached that time. We've ticked over into October, which means it's time to get ready for November's Q&A. This is the video where you will put your questions for the Q&A. Don't inbox them to me, don't send them to me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, because I won't check those as often as I do right here on this video. When I tape the Q&A, I'm going to be literally looking, I'm going to be pulling up the screen of the comments of this video. So this is where your questions go for the November Q&A. Couple things to think about. First of all, as I've said, I know there's a lot of other guys out there that do Q&As that say, one question per person, don't get long-winded, etc. I don't do that. If you've seen anything that me and Preston have done back and forth with our Q&As, I made a point of sending him 20 questions at a time, and if he wants to do the same thing back to me, that's absolutely fine. If you out there legitimately want to send me 100 questions, if you can come up with 100 distinct and individual questions that you want to send me for one Q&A, I challenge somebody to do it. I really do. But here are two things to think about. And these are not criticisms of anybody, these are just things that I want people to really think about going forward. I'm going to be doing this Q&A in November. I'm not going to be doing it, between now and November. I'm going to be doing it sort of the first week of November. So anybody that has any questions relating to, hey Spaz, what do you think is going to happen at Bound for Glory? Or hey Spaz, what do you think is going to happen at Hell in the Cell? Those two events will have passed by the time I tape the video. And I don't tape the video ahead of time and, try to get ahead of things. I wait until that week to do it. You guys know, I don't tape stuff, and I know a lot of people out there get together, they tape a whole bunch of videos in advance and then just release them slowly. If you see a video from me pop up one night, you can guarantee that I did that video that night, unless there was some kind of delay. So, questions asking me for predictions for things like Hell in the Cell, for things like Bound for Glory, are going to be ignored, because by the time we get to doing the Q&A, those events will have passed already, so any predictions that I could make would be tainted, to say the least. The other thing is, please look at the questions that have come before you. Please look at the people that have commented before you, so that we know we're not asking identical questions. I want everybody to feel like they can have input, but if 2 or 3 people ask me the same question, it's just going to be a matter of whose question I see first, and then there's really no point in asking the question again. Other than that, If you want to go ahead and ask me, hey, what do I think is going to happen at SummerSlam with this, or Survivor Series with this guy or that guy, or what do you think we're going to see in the new year from the Royal Rumble, from WrestleMania, etc., 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 that's fine. But just please keep in mind the timeline of when I'm asking for the questions and when the questions are going to be answered. Because if the question's no longer relevant, guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to skip it. And if I get a question that's the same question from 2 or 3 or 4 different guys, then, like, what can I say, right? The other thing is a couple people put a couple questions in the last Q&A, you know, what do you think of this, what do you think of that, outside the realm of wrestling. I really want to keep this a wrestling Q&A, because this is indeed a wrestling channel. If you have a burning question that is literally riveting a hole in the back of your mind that you want to toss onto the Q&A that's not wrestling related, I'd rather you didn't. If you must, toss it on there, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'll look at it and I'll consider whether I want to answer it or not. That's the end of that. The Q&A from the first one to the second one till now is great. Also keep in mind that this being November, this will be the last Q&A of 2012, because the next one after that will be the January 2013 Q&A, and I'm pretty sure that one will be huge, but we have this hurdle to get to before we get to that. And it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Check out everybody I just mentioned: Delexman, Vocal Aggression, Masked Warrior of 619, Emo Kitty Cat, Gold Standard 000. All fantastic people, and even the ones that have more attention than I do don't even come close to getting the attention that they actually deserve. Please check them all out. Hey, tell them Spaz sent you. Why not? I've been Spaz, your YWC reality check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep this conversation going, send me your questions. Don't be a stranger, and I will talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I'm tagging out, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.